Special sessions with Safa number 9, Saturday, February 7th, 2026. We're going to run through the 9 technical question entries up to now. Episode 1 was with Brian from Stellar Yard, an orbital shipyard operator, as well as Will from Sentinel Reach, a capital ship operator. Episode 2 was Bill from Polis Orbital, an orbital city builder and operator. 3 was with Vince from Vitapod, the artificial womb technology entity. 4 was with Amber from the accelerators, the entity that springs up out of nowhere and goes into one of the 19 categories in order to accelerate the categories. 5 was with Eric from Early Red, an entity that ended up existing on Mars 10 years ahead of time, in secret, building up a civilization on its own, while Earth gets its act together. An interesting episode, a thought experiment of just how likely that is to occur. Also comes to mind with the news of the delayed plans to reach Mars by SpaceX. Seems like 2026 is now being skipped over in favor of the moon. But hey, who knows? Perhaps we'll no longer be considering the whole home and transfer window as a window anymore and just either focus on nuclear propulsion or better fuel or orbital prop transfer and just unlimited fuel supply or fuel ships. Episode 6 was with Nick from Note Zero. No, 6 was with Daniel from the Distraction Bureau. That was a great episode. An ever-present force dragging against the mission as well as everything else. Any sort of pushing of humanity to new heights will always get, or attempted to be dragged by the Distraction Bureau and its philosophy, made manifest in other means. More of a humorous episode, worth checking out. Next up was Nick from Node Zero, an orbital logistics operator. Bit more boring of an episode, but still going to be useful. Orbital logistics, staging, fueling, refueling, would be relatively useful to have structures like that in orbit. That's presuming that spaceports on all sorts of planets and yeah, that's assuming that landing gear won't be much more intuitive and assuming that spaceports can't be sprung up willy-nilly or be well operated enough to just have unlimited launch capacity in and out. But hey, a staging area is not too far-fetched to have. The following episode was a cross between Amber from the accelerators and Daniel from the Distraction Bureau, providing a bit more depth to each of their organizations and the philosophies that govern them, as well as their individual views on the moon and Mars, as well as the space economy. And then the episode from yesterday was with the entity that started it all, the Water Authority, the Water Dominion entity. Chris from Cryo Sovereign. Just mining ice, extracting water, and facilitating the self-sustaining civilizations that we're building. Check them out. Otherwise, enjoy your Saturday. Cheers.